Joe and Seamus here, Movies for Dudes. It's the month of March.
And that means
we're on the road to Wrestlemania.
So we had to celebrate with a wrestling movie. That's right, Ready to Rumble. Okay, it takes place in 2000. We have the great David Arquette.
Yeah, and not like an inch shorter, I'm a midget, Scott Conn.
He's at the level.
Yeah, he's like 4'9".
Of normie to midget.
And I will never amount to anything.
And it follows these two guys that love wrestling and they want to get their wrestling hero, Jimmy the King, back on top.
He got screwed over, lost the title. These guys don't know that wrestling's predetermined.
And now the great thing about this movie is if you paid attention to wrestling at all, you're going to love it because guess what, guys? It's got all your favorite wrestling dudes.
Yeah, WCW 2000 wrestlers in it. So it's like Sid Vicious,
Goldberg,
Bam Bam Bigelow,
Sting.
We got Saturn,
Billy Kidman,
Van Hammer,
Big
Rey
time.
Mysterio.
Yup. Randy Macho Man Savage.
We got Juventud Guerrera.
We do have Juventud. We had Conan.
Yeah, Conan. Love Conan.
Love Conan. A lot of the wrestlers in the movie have gone on to the grave.
Yeah.
And other of them have just retired or are homeless.
Or main eventing WrestleMania, Bill Goldberg.
I don't want to talk about Bill Goldberg main eventing. I'm not a big Goldberg fan. Here you have an action movie. You got comedy. You got some of your favorite wrestling stars from WCW. What's really not to love? Well, it's not great.
Not having any jokes in your comedy.
So Gordy and Sean are two guys that drive a sewage truck in their hometown. And
Poop! Poop! It's funny.
Gordy and Sean had dead-end jobs.
Before they go on their journey, they crash a truck and poo spills out everywhere. Yeah. And you have a hilarious scene set up where there's poo everywhere. The fire department can't clean it up because they're using shovels to scrape up liquid shit, which, hey, guess what? It ain't working. All of a sudden, you have a transport truck coming around the corner. He's not paying attention, sees the wreck up front, has to lock his brake, jackknife his tractor trailer. The trailer smashes into the poo truck, throws poo on everybody, and then out come from the trailer toilet paper. So now you have poop and toilet paper mixed together in a car crash, equaling hilarity.
Whoa. What are the odds of that?
It's written by Stephen Brill.
He's done some things.
He did all the Mighty Ducks.
Great flicks.
Yeah, and he did Heavyweights.
Also, as a fat kid and a fat man,
okay,
Heavyweights was a beautiful film.
Congratulations, Mr. Sims. You are the fattest boy in camp.
You have this movie that's about WCW. You involve a good deal of wrestlers, and yet you don't make your main character, who is a wrestler, an actual wrestler. You cast him with Oliver Platt,
who looks like he's never seen a gym in his life.
Never even touched a weight.
Jimmy King is the greatest wrestler of all time.
So if you're not a wrestling fan and you watch this movie, you'd have no fucking idea what's happening.
It would... Okay, we love wrestling, and it was okay.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know about who some of the characters were, it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. So why don't they go full out with it? So why don't have Ric Flair be the king?
Literally any actual wrestler.
Yeah,
Ric
have
Flair
an
would be great.
older wrestler do it. Just go full in.
Got a limousine sitting out there a mile long with 25 women just dying for me to go, woo!
Like they had this other guy, Sal Bandini.
Yep.
Who's like this old, like, shoot wrestler type who's gonna teach the king how to really wrestle.
He's old school and gritty.
So he's kind of like a Stu Hart is the play.
That's probably the closest.
Make him a parody of Stu Hart. Make him talk like Stu Hart. Don't just have him be this Martin Landau.
Who likes to wrestle.
Yeah, and like, hey, like
Sal Bandini, wanna wrestle?
Sal Bandini, wanna wrestle?
Make him like Stu Hart. Make him a full parody. Make everything in that movie
Make
a
him
full
a
parody.
grouchy old bastard just hurting people in a basement.
Yeah, abusing his kids in a thing called the dungeon.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're naked.
Stretched, aka tortured his sons in a place called the dungeon, and no one thought to call like children aid.
Here in his infamous basement gym, the dungeon.
Sting shows up, who's like the crow-faced Sting at this point.
Yeah, you know, he's always lurking in the shadows.
He's
He
hanging from
plays
the
by
rafters.
his own rules.
He's in the rafters a lot, stuff like that. So he shows up But they don't explain who he is.
He's just some guy with white face paint and
Yeah.
a baseball bat. Yeah, now as wrestling fans, we know, we get it.
Right.
It makes total sense to us, but if you had never seen wrestling, you'd pick up, oh, Ready to Rumble about two guys who like wrestling. That could be a fun watch. Oh, fuck, I don't get half of this movie because I've never seen a wrestling match in my life.
Look, it's Goldberg. It's the Disco Inferno. Kidman and Booker T.
The wrestling that you do see when there is a match going on, it's nothing great.
That's because it's not wrestling. Like, it's just an action scene, like I said.
You could have an actual wrestling match in this movie too. You could. There's no way you couldn't have a condensed wrestling
The
match.
last 20 minutes of that could have just been an actual wrestling match. Funny story, at a keg party one time, got Joe to give me a suplex, but I'm heftier than he thought I was, and he gave me like a brain buster, and if his arms weren't so thick, probably would have broken my neck and died.
Probably would have killed Seamus.
Yeah.
That was a close call. That was one of our worst close calls.
So obviously WCW started promoting it on their own show. And when it came out, through crazy wrestling circumstances, David Arquette became their world champ in the actual like WCW. David Arquette was the WCW world champion.
Yeah, and being the WCW world champion means you get to hoist the most beautiful wrestling title of all time.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous belt.
Held by Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes,
Countless other legends.
and David Arquette.
And David Arquette.
Oh, the soundtrack is mostly Kid Rock
And well,
and
Lit.
Lit.
Lit. They played
Remember
that.
Lit, guys?
Lit. Lit was on there, and they played that Lit song like 8 times. We know that Sean and Gory are big wrestling fans. And Gory especially freaks out when anybody ever says something along the lines of, hey, Gory, you should, stop being a kid because wrestling is fake. Well, no. I finally have a public platform to discuss this. And I agree with Gory's freakouts because wrestling is not fake. It may be many things. It may be choreographed. It might be entertainment. It might be a masculine dance where there's punches and kicks thrown in. But in no way, sir or ma'am, is wrestling fake. It's a masculine dance.
Masculine. I like that term.
Masculine dance. It's not fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Ready to Rumble. Don't see it.